Back to the best podcast you'll ever hear. Today, we will be learning how to do this really cool effect in Final Cut Pro. So a lot of you have probably heard of the Vertigo effect. If you haven't, it's where the character, the background goes back and the character stays in the foreground. It's a cool effect, okay? You've probably seen it in a lot of movies. And normally, you would shoot it by adjusting the focus or the zoom. You would do the focus and the zoom as you dolly away from the subject. That's a lot of work. So today I'm just gonna show you how to do it in Final Cut. So you do need to shoot your shot a certain way. So this shot is really good because we have somebody dollying this camera so it goes towards the subject. And you can dolly in or out. It doesn't matter. So we have this shot and it's very nice and set up. What you can do is you can click the crop tool, which can be accessed on the lower right hand corner of the browser or in the inspection window. You click that, and then there's this thing called kin burns. So a lot of we've talked a lot about keyframes on this podcast, but kin burns are also really useful because they allow you to adjust the start and end points of your video. So as you right now, basically, the start and end points are preset. This is a preset, and when we click play or when we play the clip, you can see that it's very slowly pulling out. So what we can do is we can actually go to the end of the clip, just make a mental note of the framing and everything. So the bottom of the frame is her sweater is cut off and there's a little bit of space over there. So what we can do is we can go back to the beginning and we can actually make the frame look like it was the end point. So if we just center it and everything, you can get the starting point. There should be, when you've centered, there should be yellow, the yellow lines represent the middle of the frame. So that's fine. You play around with it and you really just adjust so that you have a good center frame. And then when we play it back, it should make this really cool effect where the character looks like they're having an epiphany of sorts. The subject is waving, which is not ideal when you want to shoot, but it does make for a really cool effect. As I said, it can also be done with keyframes. It's just a little harder. And as seen in this clip, which I've also sped up for viewing purposes. So that's how you create the Vertigo effect in Final Cut. Hope this was helpful. And I'll see you in the next one.